Dear friends, Mastercourse participants, audience, welcome back to daily virtual Keshet Eilon Masterclasses. And today I have great pleasure to introduce you outstanding Israeli cellist, pedagogue, Hillel Zori.
Thank you, Izia. It is a true pleasure to be with everybody in these unusual days, and I'm so proud to be part of Keshet Eilon, phenomenal project online. And I see already Ilay, Dahan, our friend cellist, is ready to play his part. So welcome, Ilay, and we can just go on and hear the recording and hear the playing. Bravo. What can I say? I mean, it's a big pleasure for me to see the huge development, both cellistically and artistically. I've known you for many years in few aspects, and it's great to see the development. This is a true pleasure. Straight, just directly to the playing. I mean, I notice that it's a search for both, let's say, historical and personal aspects. Like you're trying to find your way, which is already becoming clear. And I hope you hear me well enough. Are you, Ilay, do you hear me well? Okay, that's great.
I
okay.
hear everything. Thank you.
Okay, good. I think what I noticed that two things that I actually want to look at. One, artistically, is sometimes I feel that you are very loyal to what you are trying to find in a personal, historical way of playing, while suddenly I hear shifts which not necessarily connect. If you learn this sort of stuff, sometimes it happens, and I think that's something that you should pay attention for, because it sticks out as something which is not, let's say, relevant to actually what you mean. And this, if you look at it again, you could see that there are some shifts that were not really, you should not be there, I believe. Other things is, you take lots of liberty. Let's say that I go now for the prelude. When you have the 3 eighth notes, which I'm searching the pulse already, and then suddenly you go to another, you take off, and then actually it's clear, and then you're arriving in a certain other station, like the F major, and I'm losing the structure a bit. I think that's something that you could find more organic way, and it's still so beautiful. I mean, I can still enjoy it, but I find it that in terms of structure, you still have to find a better organic way of the whole thing. Now, on the technical aspect, I feel that you could, you could release more the wrist. I feel that it's a bit, maybe it's in purpose or something. It's a bit like this, even though you do have a good control of the sound, but I think it's you compensate by taking too much time maybe, and that's answers, or this relates to my previous comment. So, can you try, let's just start the prelude once, and I will try to stop you if the technology will allow me. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Ilay, do you hear me? First of all, you're tuned one tone higher than the playing. It's very high sounding here. I guess, I don't know, tuned very high. I hear this.
Really?
Well, maybe it's the speed of something. I don't know. Forget it. Never mind. Let's just.
Okay.
For the audience, if people hear you in E minor on me in D minor, there is it's not a problem. We just have to adjust. Okay? Start again. And you know what? Let's try once to do really in time, and then take the liberty one more. Okay? Let's try again, please. Okay, now that's good. Now try to find your way to be more happy with what you do. And now you blocked yourself a bit. Okay? Try to find the golden line there. You could still take time. Sorry, say it again?
Yeah, may I ask something though?
Yes,
do you
yes,
think
please.
that when a time is taken, should it be taken on the chord, like on the on the chord notes or on the higher notes, like this kind of fermatas?
I think you should take it on the first note, which is the bottom of the chord, because it relates to this and then to this. You have a bass line, which has to be, if you will, let's even like take open string. Just an idea, I'm not playing it. So I think that's something that you should think more in an organic way, although I can't resist the fact that it's very beautiful what it's doing, but try to see more of the line. Try it.
No, maybe.
Don't rush so. That's good, but don't rush so much out of the. You made me actually play. That's fun. Yeah, don't rush from the bass line, from the really the first note of the first pulse of the first beat. Don't rush out of it. For me it was much better. It was still your music, but I felt it was a bit more organized this way. Now, when you arrive this, you play too much, too slow and too equal again. So maybe you could have more hierarchy, you know, because then you have the bass, and then you have actually the chromatic bass. So it has a way, you need to have connection of the basses much more. So start from the F, okay? Make it as a tool of elimination of extra noises, yeah? Because it suddenly interferes too much in the style of playing. Can you start again and not from the bottom, maybe from here? From a do, see, a do.
From where? Yeah.
I think sometimes you're skipping it in a way. It becomes too much of a running note. After you do this, hold on just a minute. This, for example, you did this. have it for the interval, for the stand, for what you comes out. Okay? So, can you start again from here? Okay? Right. That's good. Can you have more relationship of polyphonically? You have two scales. So if you make bass, the more difference between the bass and the steps up. Okay? Be careful of this shift. What about one and then? It's an option. I mean, you can do your fingerings, except you avoid the shift. This one, 4-1. Yeah, just. You could control it with the bow. Suddenly, just avoid contact, so you don't have the shift. Okay, go on. Yeah. So you have a much longer phrase until this is a major stop actually. Okay? Yeah. But let's take it from here. Okay? Just go, that's wonderful, really beautiful. Let's go just for the Allemande, okay? Just have some stuff, because in the Allemande I would like to see a bit more now. I'm talking more about the technique. I mean, it's something about more release of your right hand. It's a bit stuck, and yeah. By the way, you're doing. Can you relate it as a chord? So I suggest to tape load these three notes on 3 strings. Start and I will do it. Yeah. Okay? that's much better. Be careful of the... Something about the figure is that I hear suddenly a shift, a slide, which really, it's like two different persons. It's like someone is interfering within yourself. Just clean it. Yeah? Can you do it? 3 and 4. Take it from there, okay? Yes, when you do this, good. When you do this, stay in the bottom string, on the bottom now, because you have this line. When you actually start from the top note, you know that the material that the about to continue is not the same. You have to continue the same line. Okay? Can you do this again? And be careful that it's not too virtuoso. Yeah. That I hear the notes. Okay?
Yeah.
The last 4 notes of the run are not clear. You can do it. Just control all the left hand. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Try not to rush. Sometimes it's a bit rushing. By the way, when you have this, you know what is this? It's like so, you know, if you rush a bit too much, give it more time so we have, as listeners, the ability to, oh, we can guess that. That's coming from someone. This is actually beginning in a variation. Don't rush it so much, okay? Right there, okay? We have a few more minutes to go. Right there. Yeah. Can you, in this place, that's good. When you do the, can you think, can you imagine playing the long note, the first note, the whole, so don't rush so, but change. Okay, right? Yeah, that's good. I want to ask you, the line, the beginning of this half, what are, which are the, for the chord, when the chord you have 3 notes, which is the most important note out of this chord?
The E.
Yeah, but you don't leave it. You go,
I don't
because we have, don't leave the string, just don't leave it. Stay, you don't want to, because then I am. It's not connected, okay? Just try that.
Sure.
I'm sure it's easy. That's it. Yeah. Just don't, that's very good. Just don't rush. I feel it's, let me breathe as a listener. By the way, here. It's actually another hint of the theme. Okay? So don't rush there. Start from here. Can you start from from there, and then you just, I wouldn't stop you, okay? Don't rush. Yeah, just finish the phrase. And then is again, sometimes it's too much overlap. Ending of one thing, beginning of something else. Just this. Okay? Take some time starting from the second beat. Okay?
Yeah.
Take this from here. Okay? Why do you connect? I wouldn't connect this. Start. You see? Don't connect them.
Yeah.
Okay? Relax. Finish the phrase. Finish the phrase. Yeah, don't have a clash there. No, you're rushing into it. Ilay. Don't rush into it. Now something new.
On the sing.
Yeah. That's it. Bravo. Have a pleasure. Wonderful. Thank you very much, Ilay. And I see you sometime soon, hopefully. Okay.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for Ilay. And now we say hello to Mr. Daniel. Hello, Daniel.
Hello?
Do you hear well?
Yeah.
Wonderful. Okay. It's so good to see you. We just finished Bach suite, and we go to another kind of demanding piece, right? Are you playing the Piatti, right?
Yeah, like 87.
Yeah. So this is from D minor to C major, and so let's just go into it. And I'm so very happy to see you. And let's just start walking. say in Roma, just tell you, okay, again, once again, everything from top to tail. It was such a tour de force. It's really wonderful playing, and I think you don't take enough advantage of your ability to really enjoy it. You know, you do enjoy it. It's not that you hear me well, right?
Yes.
You hear me correct? Okay, good. Have you ever seen the handwriting, the manuscript for these caprices?
I haven't.
You know that it's printed. I wish I had it here. It's in my studio. It's very big. It's like an A3. What is it? B4 page. I mean, he took big piece of paper, very clean and very narrow. It's very interesting. The very narrow kind of handwriting. It's very neat. It's something very clean about it. It's like almost a white page in a way. Just to look at it, just like, I don't know if you have seen the Beethoven Opus 69, the first movement, the sonata. There is a manuscript of one of the sketches of one of the notebooks of Beethoven, which is scratchy and so, just different character. So I always think about it as something that you could have it more like an Italian bonboniera, taking much more time, enjoying the ability that you're actually able to, marcato la melodia, you could actually bring the melody so easily. I mean, after it's a combination of great talent and probably some work, but take use of it. Can you start now and maybe much more? The tempo is fine. I mean, I think you shouldn't change it, but take much more time in different places. Can you try? And every once in a while I will bug you, all the way from Israel. Okay, already here. Powerful. What do you do there? You know, this writing for me, it's like having this big accordion strolling. You know that we have sometimes strolling violin in some restaurant. Can you imagine that you have a big accordion, a big concertina strolling? Some more air into the sound. I mean, not in terms of airy sound, but more like not just that we have plenty of that. I think you could really enjoy it more as really accordion, or bandoleon. Can you try that? Let's try it. Okay? When you do this, can you connect more? More legato, quasi legato more. So it's more, it's like you have more hugging of the listener. Go ahead. Okay. See what I mean? Just enjoy more, as if you're playing on a gondola, you're with your cello on a gondola in Venice, and you enjoy your time. More, okay? Try to really milk it out, okay? Okay? I think what you're not using enough bow. This sort of, glue the bow to the string and move much with your hand, both direction, left and right, and much more round, or this sort of stuff. I mean, I'm sorry that it's not so perfect, but just that's what you do. But enjoy more. Yeah, make it more melody. Okay. Start from here. Yeah. Can you start from there? You know. Place of Mr. Piatti with this ta-dum, ta-dum, ta-dum. Take a bit more time, and you know, sometimes just glue the stick, glue the hair a bit more, dig in, not in terms of more sound, but in terms of that you don't be sometimes a bit too off. Okay? The bow, I mean. If you actually very successful in the what it before. I know it's hard, but try to bring it much more. Okay? Take it from the Mi major, for the E major. Okay, from there. Yes. If you have, let's try let's make a melody out of the top note. You know what I mean? How emotional would you be? If you know, can you try to play just the top note? Try. That's good, but even here, you know, be more sentimental. Just more sentimental, and then put it in. That's about, yeah? Within the technique, more sentimental. Okay? Try. Yes, now put it in the, just like that. Put it in the normal plane. Just don't rush there. Anytime when you have a change of harmony, more from your heart, enjoy the change, the sour, you know, try. From the La minore, from the A minor. Okay? That's good, 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 go on. That's good. That's very good. I think I think it could be more fa maggiore when you do the. So you have the fa maggiore, but suddenly you have the. So maybe change even more characters, so maybe more più misterioso. It's a what was bit. Don't just go down, but give it a certain emotion. Give it a certain more. I wouldn't say frantic, but searching quality. Yeah? So, can you start again from the fa major? By the way, yeah, no, it's okay. Sorry. Go ahead. Start again, fa major. Okay, that's very good. I think if you could much more exaggerate after you can exaggerate much more when you do the yeah, much more fantasy. For me, it's you could just do so much more fantasy because you can. You just don't allow yourself enough, for my opinion. So can you do it again from the fa maggiore? Or maybe from here? From there, okay? Yeah. Can you be? I think it's important. Make an extra articulation on the last note of the run. Ta-dam! So you have this melody. Bum, bum, bee, ba-bum, bum, okay? Fine. Why don't you? I would take time. You don't want to take time? What? Sorry?
I can take time. Yeah.
Yeah, why not? At least try. I mean, you don't have to do, you know. Okay? Just try. Up top. Symphonic, approaching, arriving, or getting into the C major. You could after the yeah, you could do you could. It says grandioso, but I would prepare it really. Yeah, yeah. You know what I mean? Can you give it much more time and sound more grand? Okay? So before the fortissimo, take it somewhere. Excellent. I think you could really vary the articulation. After you do the what is this? What about this? I would change articulation here. When you do this, I would start maybe less and then. And by the way, in order to have this, the notes, it's important where you locate the bow between the bridge and actually your contact points of the left hand, because this will determine if it's going to be a bit clear or a bit, you know, this kind of sound with this quasi-harmonic. It's something that you really to have, you know, the higher you go with your left hand on the A string, you have to examine the location of your bow, except that you have open strings. So I wouldn't worry so much about the lower notes. I would worry much more about the early notes on the A string. So you can you try that from here? Try to, you know, where actually, and of course you have to lock the strings here. Okay? Can you try that? For me, what helps is that I actually lift I do everything, but I lift my elbow, so it's already have much more leaning by nature, contact to the tip. So if I do, as I'm here, try to do that. See if it helps you. Okay? Can you really save bow for the bass, much more bow for the bass, so you can have again this orchestra of bandoleons sounding in at the Rialto bridge. Can you do that? Yeah, look, it's you have good contact, but you're not using enough bow for the long, for these, really lots of bow. Try. Yeah. But you should do it for both directions. Sometimes you have enough bow, and then suddenly you don't have enough bow. Yeah? Try. Yeah. The G. Not enough bow for the G. Yeah? Not enough bow for the G. I had once a crazy idea. Want to try that? It's not printed. I mean, but it doesn't. Just do this. The melody, everything on C string. Just try. No. It's much more primitive fingerings. Swing, jump. Just jump. Try. Yeah. Much better, but not enough bow. you actually catch the string and you bite it, but you have to draw the bow also, much more drawing the bow after you catch it. And actually you could do double the G and the G first finger. Yeah, but let me do it. Yeah, I don't feel that you're using enough bow. You know, most of the bow for the bottom, for the bass. So and just do once this alone. So catch and then draw full bow. Try. Yeah, don't lift the bow. Just relax, but don't lift. Don't stop the sound. Also see what happens on you're doing it on the down bow. You're doing fine. On the up bow, you're doing very quick and short bow. Really enjoy the bow. Do it. Try. Can you play? Please waist the bow all the way to the tip, and then catch the new note with the tip all the way back. So see, I start the E here, really at the tip, not here. Okay. Slow bow, not quick bow, because then it's too short. You have a slow bow, but full bow. Okay? One last time. Yeah, now try it in there. Make noise.
I do the other fingering for now.
Yeah, fine. It's just suggested because, well, of course, I just see lots of advantage of being, especially when you're harmonic. I think you could use it to have the cello larger than life. Put it this way. Okay, do your normal fingerings, but really use lots of bow for the basses. Bravo. I think you're quite brave to play this online globally, and bravo. That's wonderful playing. And just enjoy more, just because you can. Don't avoid enjoying more than when you can. Good. Bravissimo.
Thanks so much.
Pleasure. Bye-bye. Okay. So I think it was a wonderful demonstration of two cellists, which are wonderful examples of making music. Two different characters, and you can enjoy both styles of playing. And I see now this quiz and A. I see that. Oh, sorry. Yes, I do take the questions, but I have things that pop. Oh, gee. What's going on in here? I'm sorry, just this. Okay, I'm back on. Computers are funny instruments. So, I see now the first question is, many excellent cellists emerging from Israel in the recent decades or two. Can you explain this phenomenon? Well, I can only say that thanks to the foundation of cello playing in Israel, that I could, I relate to one school which I would say, started or continued or established its main work by Professor Uzi Wiesel, who is my late teacher, and he had an enormous recommendation, an enormous impact on Israel life, both cello music and of course as producing so many cellists globally. Actually, I mean, he had great success as international cellist and as a teacher, and also of course we have Israel, who's still with us, and so happy that we have him with us. And of course this is another line of people, and we have wonderful colleagues in Israel that start teaching from early age and later on join the academic life in Israel. And so I think just we are lucky to have great talent that interested in cello playing, and that would explain this phenomenon, I believe. The second question that I see is some performers do not practice scales, believing that is a waste of time. What is your opinion? Well, I never thought that playing scales would be a waste of time. I think it's a great way to organize your hand on the fingerboard. It's a very it's a long trip from first position all the way up to the bridge. And since we have what we call the thumb positions, which are actually something that you have to really study as a frame, because it's right above the neck, and we don't have the thumb as a guide below the neck for the first positions, but we have to have in a way like piano playing. And since we don't see the keyboard, we have to invent a keyboard for ourselves according to the intonation, and this could be studied only if you make practice scales and arpeggios and different inversions. And I think a daily practice of that is anybody will do it will actually see the results. I mean, it teaches you a lot, of course, if you know what you're doing, because it's an important thing, not just to hear, but to also understand the structure of an opposition, which is an octave, and the relationship of the fingers in each position. So that's my opinion about that. What is my recommendation to overcome a stage fright? Oh God, I mean, I believe performing as many times as possible is very important, and I believe also in cello music, because then you could actually share your fright. In terms of, you see that also other people are human beings, and eventually, first of all, come very, very prepared. Once you know, my teacher Uzi Wiesel used to say that you have to be above of being prepared for the performance, because in case you have a fright, stage fright, your hands already automatically organized, so it could actually contradict your anxiety and build up your sense of security and confidence. So performing, come prepared very well, know what you're doing, and connect yourself to music. Don't think about the stage fright. But it's a very personal process, and the artist himself is the best teacher for that. How do you plan your practice on the day of the concert? Mostly about taking it very easy. If I have to practice so much on the day of my concert, that means that I'm not prepared enough, and I would like to not have to touch stage. Just keep yourself warm up, so you don't come to with your hand not shake enough. I teach basically in Israel. I teach at the Buchmann-Mehta School of Music, which belongs to Tel Aviv University, and I've been doing it for the past 3 decades, actually succeeding my late teacher, Uzi Wiesel. and I think it's one of the best schools that exist in our global musical world. I have great colleagues, among them in violin is Chagai Shacham, the first, our head of school is Ilay, one of the best teachers for piano, and yeah, everybody is welcome to come to this school. It's one of the places, and Israel is great. So I thank you all for joining me this afternoon, and hope together with everybody for much better days that I could see everybody face to face. Thank you very much.